19 months since I've been in the position to be here again. It's been long, frustrating, all of that bad stuff. But it's been plenty good as well because there's things that I learned, like patience. To be quite honest, I didn't really realize how deep it is. And it maintained kind of like that sort of thinking and being until I got out of hospital. So yeah, I wasn't even thinking about the realities of it being a near-death experience or my arm getting amputated and all of the rest. And the doctors relayed those messages to me, but in my mind, like, there was never a point where I was not going to play rugby again. I started off in a very positive note. I'm a very optimistic person and I'm always positive, which is a gateway, I guess, to my denial system kicking in. Only after I went to the hospital and got at home did I realize that, oh my goodness, this is what it is. My whole mind state before then, when I was at the hospital, it was, I don't know, I was in this little bubble and it kind of like popped when I got home and I couldn't do daily things like holding a mug. I couldn't even move my fingers. I couldn't do daily living activities and I had to be helped all the time. And those realities were quite shocking to me. I started questioning my optimistic nature. And I think that's when I turned into my relationship with alcohol. Like it was, I couldn't do anything else except for like sitting around and waiting to heal, right? I had no kind of purpose. Obviously, I wanted to stop. And I had a deep intention and desire to stop, but I just couldn't stop on my own. I really had to get to my knees for that to happen. But that took a special group of people that had a deep concern for me. I mean, Duncan from the Stormers, Ronell was there, Tilden, Sticks, Shakes. All of those people formed kind of like a project, Seabelo, a group where all these people that were worried about me came to the fore and wanted a solution for me because they could see I was really, really struggling.
I got called on the Sunday morning by Ruan, his best mate, and he said, like, thanks, I just don't know what to do. And that was kind of the final straw, and I saw him the following day and I called him in and he's told the story about me giving him the ultimatum, which was emotional to say the least, because you're looking at someone you care about deeply and right in front of your eyes there's this possibility that he's destroying his life.
I sat down with Duncan. Remember, we came to the office and we had a heart-to-heart and he was like, where you going is basically going to end up in death, right? And he said to me, I don't want to be, having a moment of silence at DHM Stadium where the boys are going to be running out in their black armbands and we have a moment of silence for you. That's really something that I don't want to experience. So yeah, he proposed the idea of rehab and me seeking help in that regard. And because I think I was pretty much at my knees at that point in time and I couldn't stop myself, I was quite receptive to it. And yeah, life-changing experience. So obviously you go to rehab and you do this intensive work, right? You learn about alcoholism and addiction and the rest. And you kind of like find out things that you didn't know about yourself. It's a really deep dive into one's life. And with us being macho men rugby players, we don't like talking about things. We think we're strong enough, which is not the case. At the end of it all, we're human, right? And I think that process has allowed me to learn a couple of things. And that is to deal with my feelings and emotions. I never used to do that. I used to just like shrug it out, sweep things under the rug, and hopefully like believe that I'll be strong enough, which is not the case. So I have a different outlook now, a different way of living, if I may call it that. The love and care that they have shown me within this period where I'd like to describe as my rock bottom has allowed me to come back into the space and want to give back to the club. I mean, when I got injured, it was quite an integral time. It was quarterfinals. It really hurt me that I couldn't be out there. Blame myself in some instances for not being out there. That's the reason why we lost. So I think for me to be able to be back here again and give back the love that they showed me within this time, I think that's that's what I'm trying to do. I'm really trying to get back the love and care that they showed for me. And hopefully I can contribute positively into this brand again. You know, if one person can learn from my story, I would be living within God's will for my life. And that's why I'm sharing my story. Because my message is of hope. This is where I came from. This is where I'm trying to go. And if I can inspire one person, I would have done my job. And so, when you're injured and something catastrophic like that happens within your life, it doesn't just take away from your physical ability. Like, it's so taxing in many areas of your life. It's taxing from a mental point of view, emotional point of view, even spiritual. I was depleted on all fronts. And like, that rehab experience allowed me to refill my buckets, right? And right now it's so exciting because I feel like I've got my life force back. It feels like the bucket is full again. I'm full of life, man. I want to live life, and that's an amazing place to be.